numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. He left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On second and a yard, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
180! 54! Hey, defense! Hey, defense! Let's go! What's that? Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On third down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Spot! No!
Wentz going to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Yeah, let's get set.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 180. Hey, we got to get this stop here,
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Go. 180! Come on, let's go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
I'm going to come back to you.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Play fake. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They run the counter with Cook. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Mike 54. Get the ball. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. What's the 48? Mike's by 4. Hey, check.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now a play fake here on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Go. 180. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wentz. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That one goes for 30 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. And you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 1-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Leave it up, 48. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's set a tone.
Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and goal.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Bailey's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
That's a run. They're running it.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Eagles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
This complete left side to Aguilar. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Following the interception, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Just like that. What's that? Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Strip that ball.
Cook following the penalty. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Cousins now pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike, 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares,
From the 22, Cousins. And it's caught. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. It's Cousins on the sneak. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, they run with Howard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6.
Come on, fellas.
22 yards there, a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score games. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They start the drive with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Good one, able to haul it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's complete. It's Sproles. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.